If it was undated, I would start using it tomorrow.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I have a special bonus video for you. I don't normally upload videos on Tuesdays, but a new product is launching and I'm so ahead on content that normally I would include a product review like this in a vlog, but I wanted to share it with you. I was so excited. I want to make sure that I share it with you before it potentially sells out, because this is a company that has products that I have loved and loved for years and years. And last time they launched a new product a few months ago, it sold out the day of. So I want to make sure that I share my review with you today. And that is the new Cultivate What Matters daily planner. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so pretty. If you're new here, I have been using the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets as my goal planner for the last 4 years. And this product has absolutely changed my life. I love this thing. This is not going anywhere. The new product that they are launching is it's really a planner. There is some goal things oriented, and we will do a top-down full review flip through of the product, but it is mostly a planner. And it launches today, August 23rd. And so I wanted to get this video up, sharing my thoughts and giving you a whole flip through. So before we flip to top-down mode, let me quickly show you a side-by-side of the size compared to the Power Sheets so you can see. So you can see that it is much smaller. The Power Sheets is like an 8.5 by 11 size product, and the Daily Planner is a 6 by 9 size planner. It is also a lot thicker. You gotta see that side by side. So they're both full year products. Obviously, one has daily pages and one does not. So it is much thicker. So this is, I would not necessarily consider this a very portable product, but I don't take my daily anywhere. So for me, I'm really, really excited about it. But let's flip to top-down mode and check it out. All right, so first things first, it does come in this beautiful box. Obviously, I already took it out of the box, but it has season by season on it, and it's cute. It comes with like a little sticker on the inside, all wrapped up nice and beautiful. And then here is the planner. Let's start flipping through it. So for this launch, I got something on there. It is only coming in this one color, this neutral color. Would I like it in some more fun colors or with like the floral pattern? Absolutely, but for a first time product launch, I get it. We're gonna go with the neutral. In typical Cultivate What Matters fashion, the quality is top notch. Yes, it does have the wire O binding, which I know can be a deal breaker for some people, but for me, where my planner doesn't leave the house, I'm okay with it being this binding. It's got the nice corner protectors and their beautiful cover. It does come with a bookmark. Their bookmark, it's kind of flimsy. Like I wish it was a little bit of a thicker plastic, but always love a bookmark that's gonna fit perfectly, especially for a daily, so I can mark where we're at. So we've got an intro page this planner belongs to. It does have some of their typical like inspirational pages where it kind of gives you some pump up. Then we kind of jump right into the meat and potatoes. So in terms of goal setting content, it doesn't have a lot. It's kind of to guide you along. This is definitely not meant to be a replacement for the Power Sheets, which is the goal planner I talked about in the intro. The weekly product that they launched a few months ago is actually a smaller version of the Power Sheets. I did a whole review video on that as well. That product is a goal planner in and of itself with a weekly planner combined. This is just a daily planner. So a lot of the goal stuff is very, very minimal. So you've got literally these 2 pages for the next 90 days, and there's not really a whole lot of prompt. It's kind of mostly just like a blank notes page. And then it has this ideal schedule page for the season, which I kind of like because this is something that I do tend to update every 90 days or so. Here's my one struggle with this. I update mine when I need it, which so for me tends to revolve around dance. I do update it every 3 months or so, but it's not gonna line up with the quarter. So I don't know that I really would use these pages, but I like that they include them. Then we get into the first month. So we have another kind of, you know, inspirational page. Then we have a notes page for the January tab. The actual page for the tab is not any thicker or any different than the other pages. The tab itself is laminated and it's just neutral with gold foil on there. Then you have your monthly layout, which is a Sunday start, which is not my favorite, but you've got your monthly layout. At the top, it has this little phrase, day by day, week by week, season by season, cultivate what matters. This is the same on every monthly page. The other 2 things here on the monthly do change based on every month. I'm not gonna flip through every month, but I wanna let you know that it changes every time. So how can you rest well this month? That's the January one. And then we've got one at the bottom here, all good things start with 1 step. Those 2 things, the quote and the question, are gonna change for every single month. Then we get into the planner pages. So every week has an upcoming week page. So it's dated at the top. It's got the upcoming week, what's ahead, goals to focus on, what matters most this week, I'm saying yes to, I'm saying no to.
What I love about this page is that it's very simple. There is not a whole lot. Like you could fill this out in 5 minutes when you're planning out your week, but it does still keep you thinking about your goals throughout the week. As somebody who does set monthly goals, I like the opportunity to kind of think about my goals on a weekly basis. But if you feel like you like the daily planner pages and you're like, I would not use that page, it's totally fine. I've said this before, just because a planner works for you doesn't mean you have to use every single page in that planner. Then we get into the daily layouts, and y'all, if you have been following me, if you watch any of my daily plan with me's, you probably know just looking at this, I am incredibly excited about this layout. So we've got hourly sections on the side. It starts at 5 a.m. and ends at 11 p.m. It's perfect for me with half-hour time slots. Then we have a little priority section. I don't need this, but I don't hate this. It's very small. We're not losing a lot of real estate for it. And I'm down to think of a priority every day. Then you just literally have a to-do section. We're not even wasting space writing the word to-do. We just literally have to-dos. And there's space for 12, which feels like a pretty reasonable number. It could be a little bit much, especially if you're filling in things over here on the schedule that you overbook yourself for the day. But I like that there are 12. What I probably would do is draw a line somewhere to split between work and personal to-dos. That is one of the things I like. The current daily I'm using is the Amplified daily, and I do like splitting out my work and my personal to-dos. So not a deal breaker for me, but that's probably how I would use that. Then you've got these 3 little things to check off here. So you've got 10 to your goals, express gratitude, and encourage someone. I love that. I just love those little things and focusing on that. And then at the bottom, you have space for a win. I love celebrating wins. I think celebrating them every single day is important, even if it's small. And I think that this is huge. And I would love to fill that out every day. Literally my only complaint about this page for me personally is I wish there were lines or dots for the priority and the today's win. Like I wish I could. I don't like writing in just blank space. Otherwise, I love this page so much. So then we have the same layout Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we do have Saturday and Sunday on the same page. Depending on your schedule and your needs, this might be frustrating for you. I know a lot of people tend to actually have more going on Saturday and Sundays, especially if you have kids, that might not work for you. For me personally, it's absolutely perfect. Like I like having Saturday and Sunday have a smaller space. I don't necessarily need the hourly schedule. Even on days that I work on the weekends, I think this layout would work perfectly for me. The way I would use it is I would use one side as the schedule. So I would write, like, let's say this Saturday I actually don't have anything, but Sunday I have a couple of things. I have photos for dance at 12, and then I have a friend thing at 2. So I would write 12 photos. I would leave a space just because I have it, and then 2 friends, and that's it. And then I would use this side for to-dos. Or maybe I would flip them around so that the to-dos were further from the coil. I don't know. But that's how I would use those 2 columns. And then at the bottom, we have a what I'm grateful for this week. I like including this. Again, I wish there was some sort of lines or dot grid there, but not a huge deal. Then we move into the next week. Now, because there's an odd number of pages, each week you have Monday through Friday, each have their own page, Saturday and Sunday together, and then the upcoming week, it's gonna alternate, like the side of the planner that the day is on. That can be something that's frustrating for people. I like when it's the same. I think that's convenient, but just something to note if that's something that you think might bother you, that like it's gonna alternate. So right, I was talking about the Saturday and Sunday being on the coil. Well then on the next week, they're not, so it's gonna alternate. So we're gonna continue that for the entire month, and when we get to the new month, we actually have 2 notes pages. They only do that kind of inspo page on the quarter, so we've got 2 notes pages into the next month. Again, new question and quote, same thing through March. Then we get into the new quarter. So it looks a little bit different than that first one. It has a couple of more questions, couple of more prompts. It's still only 2 pages. So adding this into the time that I do my regular quarterly refresh, not that big of a deal, not necessary for me in this type of planner, but I appreciate the effort of the company is to keep you thinking about your goals throughout the entire year, not just like when you're doing quarterly and monthly goal setting. Then you have another page of the weekly layout, and then we move into the next month, same thing, a little inspo page, and then we go on, and then so on and so forth. And then when we get to the end, which by the way, y'all, I'm so excited for next year, January 1st of 2020, well, actually that's not next year, it's the year after that, is gonna be a Monday. Just getting you really excited for like a year and a half from now. Okay, at the very back, we have wins for the year, and we've got pages for each of these. This feels a little bit repetitive if you use the power sheets. Like you don't necessarily need these pages. Now, what I would probably do is fill these pages out throughout the year or like throughout the weeks and months because it's in my planner and it's easier, and then transfer them to my power sheets at the end maybe. I don't know, but these pages do feel redundant. And then you have 8 single-sided or 4 double-sided, however you want to look at it, notes pages at the end. You can see they've got all the pages numbered. There are 447 pages total in this planner. It's thick. It's a big, thick planner. And then you've got another little inspo page at the end. We'll do a pen test in a second. And then you've got this pocket, which is really interesting to me that it's only on one side. Like, oh, why is the pocket only on one side? I don't know. And then back here, you have 2 things. You've got a little at a glance, a calendar that has kind of what the year looks like for the year. And then a holiday reference on the back, which makes me think, I actually didn't even like check. There are no holidays. These pages are so neutral. There's no holidays on the daily pages and there's no holidays on the monthly. I love that. I love it. You can add whatever holidays you want to add. Here for that. Then we also have a sticker page with some gold foil, if you can't read, that says celebrate, grateful, rest, remember this. We have some quotes, a little washi, and then some flowers at the bottom. I love that it's like an actual sticker page and not coiled into the planner. And then the inside has these gold lines. Again, kind of annoying to deal with that coil, but it is what it is. Okay, let's use one of these notes pages actually for a pen test. Normally I rave about the Cultivate Matters paper. Like, the paper in my power sheets is some of my favorite paper in the whole world. This paper doesn't quite feel that amazing, but let's give it a go. So I'm gonna use 3 pens. I'm gonna use the Papermate Flare, which is my favorite pen in the whole wide world. This is what I use on my power sheets. This is what I currently use in my daily planner. I'm gonna use the Sharpie pen, which is what I use because I like a tip like that. But this is what I use when the paper is not as high quality and my flare shadows really badly. And then I'm gonna use the Sharpie S Gel, which is my favorite, I forget what this type of pen is called. It's been a long time, clearly, since I've done a pen test. Okay, so we're gonna do the flare, and then the Sharpie. Oh gosh, it is, I forget how much thinner the Sharpie pen is than the flare. I don't like that at all. And we've got the S Gel. I'm gonna give them all kind of a beat to dry. None of them smear. So the paper itself is smooth, but it's not like so smooth that you have to worry about smearing like with the plum paper. And then let's go ahead and flip it around. Oh, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised because it does not feel as thick as the Power Sheets paper, but the flare, I mean, there's a little bit of a shadow, but not really. Like, yeah, it shadows a little bit more than the Sharpie pen, but it's not that bad. The S Gel definitely leaves a little bit of a ridging. Actually, the Sharpie pen leaves a little bit of a ridging too, but I think this is a brand new one, which might be part of that. I mean, I will use my flares in this and be totally happy. So that is it. Again, it launches August 23rd. I don't know if I ever said, but it is $64 is the price for the product, which for a whole year daily planner is pretty darn good, in my opinion, especially given the quality of Cultivate What Matters and some of the little added touches. I'm sure if you've been around, if you know my preferences on lots of things, this is likely going to be my planner for next year. If it was undated, I would start using it tomorrow. And I mean, I just might start using it tomorrow because it's August and I don't want to wait till January, but we'll see about that. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please click that subscribe button. This was a bonus video. I typically upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Again, it launches August. Ugh, this is so frustrating.